Exercise 20, Consultation 1. Listen to part of a consultation between a student and a professor.
Hi, Professor Davidson.
Oh, hello, Larry.
I know it's not your office hour right now, but I saw you and I wondered if...
Sure, come in. What can I do for you?
I just want to check something out with you from the lecture on Wednesday. I want to get it straightened out before class tomorrow because...
Because it might be on the quiz.
Well, yes.
Okay, fire away.
It's about hotspots. Under the ocean, I've got two questions. First, you said that hotspots appear to be fixed in place for, tens or even hundreds of millions of years. And they're stable even when the lithospheric plates move over them. And then you said that volcanic activity is stronger at hotspots.
Right so far.
Then I have in my notes here that in Hawaii, I think it was Hawaii because I have Iceland scratched out and Hawaii written in. So I think it was in Hawaii where the hotspots have active volcanoes under the ocean. And the volcanoes continue to erupt and that builds the island.
Right again.
Now, here's the part that gets confusing. I wrote this down. The quantity of lava produced by hotspot volcanoes is so large that such volcanoes are the tallest topographic features on Earth's surface.
Larry, that's exactly what I said in my lecture.
But then this is what I can't figure out. I wrote that the mountains in Hawaii are only about 4,500 meters above sea level.
Oh, now I see your problem. The island actually rises 5,500 meters. That is, 5,500 meters from the sea floor to the surface of the ocean.
From the surface of the ocean. So then, okay, I need to add 5,500 meters to the 4,500 to calculate the actual elevation from the surface of the planet, which is actually the ocean floor.
Exactly.
Well, that takes care of one of my questions.
Okay. What else do you have?
It's about hotspots again. The ones remaining in place as the plate moves over them. What did you say about chains of islands? Like Hawaii, to use that example again.
Okay. Visualize a hotspot on the ocean floor. It doesn't move, but the plate moves over it, and the plate carries one of the Hawaiian islands that the hotspot has created away from the hotspot that formed it.
But the hotspot is still active, so it's still building an undersea formation the undersea formation will become another island close to the first island. Okay, and then the plate moves the second island away from the hotspot, so a chain of islands, that's how a chain is formed, from the same hotspot.
From the hotspot and the movement of the lithospheric plates.
The
The lithospheric plates. Lithospheric just means Earth's crust and the upper part of the mantle.
So this process is going on all the time.
It is. In fact, if volcanic activity continues at its present rate, another island may be appearing at the end of the Hawaiian chain.
Really?
We've given it a name already, Loihi. Of course, we won't actually see it above the surface of the ocean for another 10 to 40,000 years, and you and I won't see it at all, but we are observing it closely as it continues to build underwater.
That is so cool.
It is, isn't it? And to get back to your original question, when Loihi is only a few feet above the water, it will already be a very significant topographical feature.
Because of the height it has reached before breaking the surface.
Well said. You should do just fine on that quiz.
Number 1. What is the purpose of the consultation? Two. What is the main topic of this consultation? 3. What is the altitude of Hawaii? 4. What does the professor say about the newest Hawaiian island? Five. Listen again to part of the conversation, then answer the question.
Of course, we won't actually see it above the surface of the ocean for another 10 to 40,000 years, and you and I won't see it at all, but we are observing it closely as it continues to build underwater.
Why does the professor say this?
And you and I won't see it at all.
Six. Put the following events in order to explain how island chains are formed. Consultation 2. Listen to a part of a consultation between a student and a professor.
Hi, Dr. Gilbert. Are you busy?
Just getting organized for my class.
Oh, do you want me to come back later?
No, come in. This is an open office hour. I was just working on some notes until someone showed up, so...
Thanks. I want to talk about my term paper. I have a topic, but I'm not sure where to begin. I'm finding so many references. I couldn't possibly read them all.
Okay, what's the topic?
The Baroque style.
The Baroque style?
Yes, I really like the...
Opulence is the word usually associated with Baroque.
I was thinking of over the top, but opulence is even better. I'm attracted to it.
Well, that's good. You want to choose a topic you're interested in or attracted to. But let's talk about the problem you're having. Rhonda, it's no wonder that you are finding so much material. The topic is extremely broad. To really do it justice, you'd have to write a dissertation. Remember, your paper is supposed to be only 10 to 12 pages long.
Well, I haven't started writing yet. Do you think maybe I should choose another topic?
Another topic? No, I didn't say that. I said the topic was too broad. What you need to do is narrow it down. Look at one aspect of the Baroque style, perhaps architecture or painting or sculpture. Or you could do some research on one artist and discuss how the Baroque style is reflected in the work. You could probably even narrow it down to one work by one artist and still have more than enough material for such a short paper.
Oh, okay. Actually, that sounds really good. A lot more manageable. Thanks, Dr. Gilbert.
Wait a minute, Rhonda. Let's talk a little more about the research you've been doing, and maybe we can find a topic.
Really? That would be perfect. I have my research on my laptop, but...
Just talk to me about it.
Okay. I started out with some general sources, and I found a lot on Bernini.
That makes sense. Bernini was certainly at the center of the Baroque movement. But even that topic would be very broad since he was such a Renaissance man. Hard to imagine someone who could be a sculptor, a painter, and an architect. I think he even wrote plays and composed music. So what else did you find?
Well, I had a lot on Versailles. And you know the Hall of Mirrors and the Spanish painters of the period.
Diego Velázquez.
Uh-huh. And did I mention St. Peter's Cathedral in Rome?
So you have Italy, France, and Spain in your research.
More than that, I've got some information on the Dutch Baroque, too. Although I think it seems different from the rest somehow. Wasn't Rembrandt Dutch?
Right you are.
So...
Hold on a minute, Rhonda. Of everything you've read, what's the one person or building or work of art or fact that you found the most interesting?
Let me see. Well, probably the architecture.
And which structure stands out in your mind?
Oh, that's easy. Versailles. The inside, though, not the outside, which to me has at least some classical influence. Don't you think so? It isn't as typical of Baroque as the magnificent rooms inside the palace.
I would agree with that.
I actually saw Versailles when my family was living in Europe 5 years ago. My dad was transferred to London, And it was so great. We traveled a lot while we were there. The trains go everywhere. But you probably know that. I didn't get to Italy and Spain, though. I'd like to someday.
Well, let's see what we've accomplished. You started out with Baroque, which was very broad. Then you said that you were interested in architecture, which limited the topic somewhat. And let's see, then you found one building.
Versailles.
And as I understood you, you eliminated the outside of Versailles, so your topic is much more narrow now, if you choose to write about the interior of Versailles. Frankly, that's still a major topic.
Is it? So, do you think I should narrow it even more?
I do. Remember, a 10-page paper is only a few thousand words, and I should think 15 to 20 sources should be more than enough.
Well, then, how do I put this? Do you think I could find enough to write about, if I just focused on the Hall of Mirrors? I think I have more than 20 sources about that in my list already.
I'm sure you could. In fact, you should probably think about an even more specific aspect of the hall, something that would interest you. There has been a tremendous amount of research on it. Look, why don't you go back to your research files and try to come up with a title? We can talk about it more after you have a title. And then I'll try to direct you to some specific resources if you don't have enough material already. How's that?
That would be perfect. Maybe I can have it figured out. I'll try to have it by class tomorrow.
Number 1. What is Rhonda's problem? Two. How long should the paper be? 3. What does Dr. Gilbert suggest? 4. Where did Rhonda's family live 5 years ago? 5. Listen again to part of the conversation, then answer the question.
Hi, Dr. Gilbert. Are you busy?
Just getting organized for my class.
Why does the student ask this?
Are you busy?
6. What will Rhonda most probably do?